Time Check, brought to you by BioStrath Immune with added zinc. Distributed by H&J Enterprises Limited.
And welcome. You're watching our major newscast on CNC3. I'm Ria Rambali.
I'm Kijan Hayes. I am Jassi Marik with sport.
And I'm Sigoni Mohammed with your weather report.
In the headlines, months after a Trinidad artist was detained for local gang affiliation, the Homeland Security Minister revokes his PDO.
Deadly altercation in Sealots, what started as an argument at a standpipe, ended with a man's life cut short.
3 new police posts expected to be established in Tobago, but questions are already being raised about their locations.
Ahead in sport, Trinbago Knight Riders aim to halt their 3-match CPL losing streak, taking on Barbados Tridents tonight.
Sunshine is set to take charge tomorrow, but keep the umbrella within reach. More in the weekend weather forecast.
Top of the news, a Trinidad artist detained under the state of emergency is now free. On Monday, Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander revoked the preventive detention order against Joseph Oliver, better known as Meds Boss, 5 months after he was detained under the emergency powers regulations. The revocation order provides no reason for the decision, and efforts to get clarity from the minister were futile.
Oliver was identified in his PDO as a member of the Rasta City/7 gang, which authorities alleged was involved in extortion, narcotics, trafficking, and violent attacks. The move comes days after Roger Alexander brokered a truce between rival Trinidad artist Cayman and Plumpy Boss.
Oliver's release is the latest of revoked PDOs, including those issued for slain businessman Danny Guerra, Pablo Manuel Guerra Rivas, and businessman Dominic Hadid and his wife Genevieve.
Meanwhile, 4 new detention orders have been issued, one for Joshua Batiste, Jediah Jardim, Kamu Farai, and Teslima Rafiq, who authorities allege are linked to organized criminal activity. A soldier who was held on a PDO is now on $350,000 bail after being charged with receiving and harboring a Venezuelan woman for exploitation.
41-year-old Defense Force Corporal Titus Joseph Dubois of Pity Valley appeared virtually before a Port of Spain master of the court on August 21st. Dubois was arrested on July 22nd after police intercepted a vehicle on Long Circular Road, St. James. He was later served with a PDO.
The PDO alleged he was the leader of a human trafficking network operating between Trinidad and Tobago. Dubois was granted bail with the conditions, including a curfew, reporting to police, and remaining at home.
The father of a Sealots man who was stabbed to death says he has no desire for revenge. Instead, he wants a chance to speak with his son's killer about the consequences of acting out of anger.
Police say shortly after 7 this morning, Edwin Richardson was at a standpipe in Sealots when he got into an argument with another man and was stabbed. Police say the suspect was later shot after allegedly attacking another man and remains warded in serious condition at the Port of Spain General Hospital. Richardson's father says his son was a father of 4 who had been released from prison 3 months ago and was trying to rebuild his life. The grieving father says he's known the alleged attacker since birth and hopes to speak with him to encourage him to think before acting. Richardson says his focus on forgiveness and maintaining peace within the community.
3 new police posts are coming to Tobago, and work has already begun on one of the structures.
Residents say the added police presence could help tackle crime concerns and improve response times, but some are questioning how the sites were selected. Stefan Nicholas has more.
Just hours after the announcement was made, heavy equipment was already at work in Signal Hill as Tobago moved ahead with plans for 3 new police posts on the island. Plymouth and Goodwood are also earmarked for facilities, while Chief Secretary Farley Augustine is already calling for a 4th. Augustine says the initiative is intended to provide residents with a greater sense of security while improving law enforcement response times. Assemblyman Nigel Tate says the move is especially welcome in Signal Hill and neighboring Patience Hill, where crime remains a concern despite the presence of an army base nearby. He believes the additional security presence could help deter criminal activity and reassure residents. Now, residents have welcomed the initiative, with one woman who holds a class in the community center complaining that delinquent youths have disrupted her classes many times before. She's also complained about the smell of marijuana permeating the air. A shopkeeper who was the victim of a break-in several months ago believes the new facility is a step in the right direction, but says Signal Hill could benefit from even more security coverage.
It will benefit the people of Signal Hill because there are too much crimes going on and the elderlies are fed up with the crime situation.
Residents in Plymouth are also welcoming the initiative. The community was shaken in June by a brazen ATM heist that resulted in one arrest.
It's a very good idea. The environment, they always label as a hot spot, and even though it mightn't cool everything down, you go control it a little.
While many residents support the project, PNM Tobago Council leader Shamfa Kojo Lewis, who lives in Plymouth, had previously called for consultation with communities before the posts are established. Questions sent to Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander and Chief Secretary Fali Augustine about how the locations were chosen and when the facilities are expected to become operational went unanswered up to news time. Stafford Nicholas, CNC3 News.
The Police Complaints Authority says it still cannot close the file on one of the year's most controversial police shootings, more than 2 months after Kaya Seeley was charged in connection with the death of Joshua Samaru. PCA Director David West says investigators are still waiting on a report from the Forensic Science Center before finalizing their findings. West says CCTV footage analyzed by experts has already provided valuable evidence. Once the report is complete, the PCA will decide whether to refer the matter to the DPP or the Commissioner of Police. The report is expected by mid-September. 25-year-old Seeley faces 8 charges, including manslaughter and firearm-related offenses. She was granted bail in June and is due back before the court in October. The January 20th shooting became a national talking point after video of the incident surfaced online, fueling protests.
And as investigations continue into the Joshua Samaru killing, the PCA director says one of the most important tools for establishing exactly what happened in cases like these is still not being used. Despite regulations requiring officers to wear body cameras, the PCA says it has not received a single piece of body camera footage linked to any police-involved killing this year. David West is now renewing calls for the technology to be implemented, arguing it would provide crucial evidence, improve accountability, and help protect both the public and police officers. With 32 people killed by police so far this year and 27 fatal incidents already under PCA investigation, West says the lack of body camera footage is passing strange. The PCA director raised similar concerns in 2024. Questions sent to Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara on the issue remain unanswered up to news time. Still to come in the news, plagued by problems, Las Alturas residents lament the HEC development has now gone to the dogs.
And the finance minister is still working on the country's fiscal package with no date in sight just yet. Business chambers welcome an early presentation.
Coming up in sport, Dalla Costa and Dugin set up an all-TNT final at the ITF J60 tournament in Tacarigua.
We finally said yes to onion rings. Now it's your turn to say yes to the new KFC onion ring chicken sandwich for $34.95, or get a regular side of rings for just $15. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Welcome to a new era of driving in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me introduce to you Omoda and Jeku, 2 global automotive brands, redefining style, technology, and performance. This is just the beginning.
Welcome back. Former PNM political leader Dr. Keith Rowley is calling for a quick end to the dispute rocking the party's San Fernando East constituency.
Dr. Rowley told CNC3 News common sense should prevail in the matter involving Brian Manning, his former constituency executive, and the party's leadership. He added that he's staying out of the dispute and hopes it is resolved soon. Dr. Rowley was also asked about Manning's allegations that former San Fernando East chairman Patricia Alexis unfairly benefited from CPEP contracts. Asked whether the claims reflected on the PNM's decade in government, Dr. Rowley said he does not know enough about the matter and will watch from the sidelines pending further investigations. He added that he has seen nothing implicating the former cabinet.
Patients depending on the Chronic Disease Assistance Program are being assured that efforts are underway to improve the supply of medication at public health facilities. Health Minister Dr. Lakram Bodo says the ministry has identified weaknesses in the procurement process and is working to address them, but did not disclose much more. He acknowledged that international supply chain disruptions have also affected the timely delivery of some medicines. Dr. Bodo said he was due to meet with NIPDEC officials this afternoon to discuss the challenges. He noted that regional health authorities can use emergency purchases when supplies from NIPDEC are unavailable.
The issue with drug procurement is that the NIPDEC, as you pointed out, procures on behalf of the Ministry of Health. Since I came into office, I recognized that there are several issues with that procurement process, and I'm working to try and address it. There are challenges with drug procurement. Sometimes there are supply chain issues internationally. But we are working at the ministry level to tighten up the procurement.
Dr. Bodo also used the occasion to encourage more people to become regular blood donors. He revealed that the blood bank only received 18,000 units this year, way short of its 45,000 unit target. He said the ministry is working with community groups, businesses, and regional health authorities to build a larger pool of volunteer donors. The campaign also includes mobile blood collection units and community outreach aimed at making blood donation more accessible. He said changing public attitudes toward blood donation will be key to the program's long-term success.
That is not a satisfactory system. At the ministry, we are trying to move away from that system to make it a fully voluntary, what we call non-remunerable system. We know it will take a little time. It's a gradual shift, and it will require a culture change. And I think the issue of sustainability is also important.
The minister was speaking following a blood donation drive hosted by the Greater San Fernando Area Chamber of Commerce, the Rotary Club of San Fernando, and the Southwest Regional Health Authority in San Fernando.
Residents of Las Alturas say they are tired of living without proper water pressure, overflowing sewage, and uncollected garbage. One resident of the HEC development, Hazley Alexis, says while he has been living in the community for a few months, he's been visiting the area for years. And while there were past issues regarding water pressure for the upper apartments, the current issues have him feeling as though the community has gone to the dogs. He called on Minister in the Ministry of Housing, Philip Alexander, to step in. When contacted, Alexander says some of the issues are recurring problems.
When we took over, they were suffering that sewer problem for years, and we fixed it. And well, it's a recurring nightmare now, similar to what happened in Shafford Court. We had to find out how to stop it from continuously reoccurring. So there has to be a solution to this, and it might be something as simple as relocating the garbage dump, if that is possible, the garbage bin, or to relocate how the sewage is accessed.
MP for the area, Kareem Marcel, says he too has been trying to assist his constituents by reaching out to the HDC and other relevant authorities. Alexander says this is not the first time he's had to address concerns in the community and called on the residents to reach out to him directly. He adds that the water pressure is a new problem being brought to his attention, and he would seek to treat with it as soon as possible. Defense Minister Wayne Sturge is urging the public to ignore what he called incorrect reports about this year's Independence Day military parade route, insisting there have been no changes to the official plan.
The clarification comes after social media posts suggested the route had been altered. Sturge says the parade route remains exactly as outlined by the Chief of Defense Staff earlier this week.
The parade is being held opposite President's House on the northern side of the Queen's Park Savannah. When the parade exits, it would go along Queen's Park East, turn right until it meets Napa, and then that's the top of Frederick Street. It would then proceed in a southerly direction along Frederick Street, then across at Park Street in a westerly direction until it meets Green Corner. From Green Corner down Traggy Road until Roxy's roundabout, and thereafter down Western Main Road, St. James, and then up along Circular Road.
A police threat assessment has found a low risk level ahead of Monday's 64th Independence Day celebrations, with officials saying they are ready to safely host thousands of patriotic citizens. The assurance came following the final dress rehearsal for the military parade at the Queen's Park Savannah this morning. The Defense Force says all armed and unarmed detachments took part in the exercise, which went ahead despite brief showers. This year's parade will also feature a first, with Chief of Defense Staff Commodore Don Polo serving as parade commander and leading the parade on horseback before President Christine Kangaloo, the commander-in-chief.
We've had the parade commanders being from the formations of the Defense Force, but this year the Chief of Defense Staff will lead the parade. That is Commodore Don Polo. He will be the parade commander for this year's parade, and he will, of course, pay his compliments to Excellency as part of the remit of the parade commander, and she will, of course, inspect the parade as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. So that is one of the major things that will be on display this year at the parade, that the Chief of Defense Staff will be on horseback leading the parade.
Legal notice 6-7.
A police commissioner, Alsa Guevara, says 222 officers will be deployed for the parade, with more than 400 additional officers assigned to support and contingency duties throughout the day and evening activities. He's also urging the public to pay close attention to road closures and parking restrictions around the Savannah, where parking will be prohibited during the celebrations.
The posture of the TTPS for this entire Independence Day celebration is one of professionalism, visibility, and facilitation. I want to reassure members of the public that the TTPS and all arms of national security are well poised for ensuring that this is one of the safest parade for independence, and it's a momentous occasion.
Well, officials are encouraging citizens to arrive early, follow police instructions, and prepare for a full day of activities. Well, despite speculation that the national budget could be presented next month, government officials aren't saying when the fiscal package will be revealed. Finance Minister Devendranath Tanku is believed to be working on the budget but declined comment when contacted by CNC3 News. A senior government official tells CNC3 News that both the date and the contents of the budget, as usual, remain the responsibility of the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister. Last year's budget was presented on October 13th, while this year's mid-year review was delivered in June. Although he has no indication of when the budget will be read, President of the Greater San Fernando Area Chamber of Commerce, Kiran Singh, says businesses would welcome an early presentation to help them plan.
Because we could then cater for any unforeseen changes in expenditure side of the budget. Fiscal measures, if they change, the business community would like to have enough notice to retool their financial strategies to cater for any unforeseen expenses.
Singh also wants government to prioritize the restart of the refinery, something government has already committed to. Singh believes this will help the country earn much-needed foreign exchange. Meanwhile, the Tobago Hotel and Tourism Association's budget wish remains the same as previous years.
They really need $1 billion to fix what needs to be fixed in Tobago.
McLean says the island's 6 major hotels need serious upgrades, and many of the restaurants on the islands never reopened after the COVID pandemic.
A trip to downtown Port-of-Spain is about to become more expensive for some drivers, as UDECOT has announced higher monthly parking fees at the Government Plaza Parkade, alongside changes to how reserved spaces are allocated.
In other business news, a local software developer is making the case that Trinidad and Tobago could become a serious player in the global technology industry. Here are the details from Geisha Kaulesa Alonso.
Drivers would face higher parking fees in downtown Port-of-Spain from September 1st. This as UDECOT has announced a $50 increase for both reserved and VIP parking customers for the use of using the Government Plaza Parkade. In a notice, UDECOT, which manages the downtown facility, explains under the new rates, reserved parking would increase from $600 to $650 per month, while VIP parking would increase from $700 to $750 monthly. But the increase is only part of a broader change to how parking spaces are allocated. UDECOT explains the monthly parking would move away from individually assigned spaces to a flexible reserved parking system. This means monthly customers would no longer be tied to a specific parking spot. In other business news, artificial intelligence is helping to level the playing field for technology companies in small economies. That's the view of software entrepreneur Gregory Fernandez, who says advances in AI enabled his team to develop Teleco Autonomous ERP.
I have wanted to build something like this, and what has actually allowed us to achieve this now is AI, right? Because to build something like this at the scale at which it was built will cost us tens of millions of dollars. But AI, through the use of AI programmers, right, where the platform actually does a lot of the programming work, allowed me and my team to bridge the gap.
Speaking at the launch earlier this week, Fernandez shared that the experience highlights how artificial intelligence could help local innovators scale their operations, reduce development costs, and bring internationally competitive products to market.
So it allowed me to scale the programming work so that I could build something like this and bring it forward to show not just Trinidad and Tobago, but the world. And we are taking this opportunity to move this product not just into the Caribbean, which we are already very familiar with, but also into Africa, into Latin America, and later on into Southeast Asia.
And now for a look at today's energy and forex prices. Geisha Kaulesa Alonso, CNC3 Business Watch.
Okay, still to come in the news, an elderly man dies at Pigeon Point. The doctor who responded laments the lack of life-saving equipment on the location.
Conditions are manageable offshore, but spring tides mean caution is still needed. I've got details coming up.
We finally said yes to onion rings. Now it's your turn to say yes to the new KFC onion ring chicken sandwich for $34.95, or get a regular side of rings for just $15. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Dito has the back-to-school shoe brands you trust. See all the new Infinity Premium back-to-school styles from only $220. Also, top-quality Fila sneakers from $350. Puma school sneakers from $399. Also, new Adidas from $399. Plus 4 pairs of free selected Apex socks with each purchase. Only at Detour.
Truth be told, here at GMMB, love is the currency. And let's show you how we are able to transfer that energy into real conversations.
It seems to me there's a power in listening. It seems like that is a part of the mandate.
Of course. We need to listen to our clients. We need to hear what they need. We need to hear that they are satisfied, they are loved, they are feeling that GMMB culture.
JMMB.
It's banking for real.
Struggling to lose weight despite your efforts, feeling tired after meals, or dealing with stubborn belly fat? It may not just be your diet. Your blood sugar could be the issue. Spikes can lead to fat storage, low energy, and higher cholesterol. Berberine Plus, with berberine, bitter melon, and banaba leaf, helps support healthy glucose metabolism so your body works more efficiently. Take control and feel the difference in 90 days. Available at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide.
Every day, your family comes into contact with thousands of germs. That's why families trust Kovacs antibacterial bar soap. Its antibacterial formula helps eliminate 99.9% of germs, providing the protection your family needs. And with a caring glycerine formula, Kovacs helps keep skin feeling clean, fresh and cared for. Choose fresh, cool or active protection to match your family's lifestyle. Kovacs antibacterial soap. Tough on germs, gentle on skin.
Textbooks, screens, late nights. Your eyes work hard through every class, exam, project, and deadline. Ferrara Optical has eyewear specifically designed to reduce eye strain so nothing holds your learning back. For a limited time, youth get a free frame with lenses from just $495. Scholars get frame and lenses starting at only $750. And lifelong learners save up to 30% off your purchase of advanced lenses like Eisen and Transitions. Less strain, more focus. Your vision without limits. Visit Ferrara Optical in store today. This promotion is NLCB approved.
Time for the weather forecast with Sigoni. My timeline was flooded with pictures of the moon, that lunar eclipse last night. Did you look at it?
I did. I sent in some pictures in the office chat, remember?
I saw it. What time? Midnight?
Just before showers started to take over and Keishan had to stop sending.
Yeah, I lost at that point.
Right, and we are expecting some more of that kind of weather into this evening's outlook. We are seeing spotty showers moving in because of tropical wave activity, and then with Tropical Storm Dolly, it is now degenerated. Let's take a look at what's happening in that forecast as we move through, because what we're seeing in the Atlantic right now is that the biggest player at this point, aside from Saharan dust, haze, and wind shear coming out from the Caribbean, is Tropical Storm Dolly, which is now an open tropical wave. So it's back down to where it started, but it could still pack a punch as it moves westward into the northern Caribbean island chain well into this weekend ahead. So what we notice is that it is going to be bringing in some beneficial rainfall for the northern part of the region, but that rain will come with gusty wind action and also some heavy downpours producing flooding at the same time. So it can also be a bit of bad news where they are concerned, in much need of the rain shower activity, but the impacts associated with it, they are bracing for that as the days progress. So we'll keep monitoring this system. It is also likely to regenerate in the next few days as well and push toward the United States. We'll see how that moves as the week goes on into early next week. For now, what we're focused on in Trinidad and Tobago when we enhance our satellite imagery is a tropical wave that passed over the islands earlier today. We got the heat and the sunshine, yes, but then we got partly cloudy pockets, bringing in some heavy downpours at times within a few isolated areas. Into this evening's forecast, conditions have started to clear somewhat and settle down in a few areas, but we continue to see spotty showers riding in on the trade wind flow, and that is bringing in a little bit of rain shower activity for us in Tobago this evening just after midnight. That will start to pick up, whereas in Trinidad we're seeing one or two isolated areas with showers under partly cloudy skies and warm temperatures. Lows this evening dipping down to the mid-20s. And as we push into this weekend ahead, a long weekend for some of us with our Independence Day holiday approaching, what we notice is that temperatures will be on the rise. highs, and with it, lighter winds because of that open tropical wave in the Atlantic. What it's going to do is keep those breezes down to a minimum. So with daytime heating well in effect throughout the next few days, we could see some showers and thunderstorms popping up at times, interrupting all of that sunshine. By early next week, we'll see more tropical wave activity entering the picture. And the same goes for Tobago as well. Heavy downpours where we have that effect happening, and with it, gusty winds and the potential for localized street or flash flooding in low-lying and flood-prone areas. So be mindful that you need to still have the umbrellas on hand into this weekend, pushing into early next week as we go through this forecast period with warm temperatures and humid conditions. We'll also be looking out for light winds to take us through the forecast for those of you with an offshore interest, and winds will stay within the east to southeasterly direction. But take note, spring tide is still very much in effect, and that means you still have to exercise caution. It takes us all the way into our Independence Day holiday. After that, our seas do return to some level of normalcy.
All right, thank you so much, Sigoni. And for those who may have missed it, later on in tonight's newscast, we'll bring you some of the images of last night's lunar eclipse. Maybe yours made it.
I hope mine made it, right?
Let's see. All right, well, let's tell you still to come in the news as well. One local company challenges staff to channel their patriotic spirit into an annual competition. And this year, they took creativity to a whole new level.
Has the back-to-school shoe brands you trust. See all the new Infinity Premium back-to-school styles from only $220. Also, top quality Fila sneakers from $350. Puma school sneakers from $399. Also, new Adidas from $399. Plus 4 pairs of free selected Apex socks with each purchase. Only at Detour.
Adventure, discovery, and relaxation await you at La Vega Estate. Open daily, including weekends and public holidays. There's something for everyone. Right into excitement on daily ATV tours with beginner to advanced options for ages 16 and up. Join knowledgeable guides for wildlife, ecology, and origin tours, spotting animals in their natural habitat. Kids can enjoy sensory tours too. Unwind at the nature park and pools. Then visit our well-stocked garden center. La Vega Estate. Experience it all. Stomach discomfort again? Bloating, cramps, irregular bathroom habits? Meet Vivera, your daily support for a balanced gut. Vivera works fast to help reduce the abdominal pain, ease bloating, and support healthy digestion. It helps restore balance to your gut so you can get back to feeling light, comfortable, and in control. Choose for real digestive relief, safe, effective, and trusted for both children and adults. Now available at pharmacies nationwide. Vivera, feel the difference.
When your little one has a fever or teething pain, it can be hard for both baby and parents. That's where Fivastin suspension can help. It's easy to administer to toddlers and babies, and it has a delicious cherry flavor that kids love. Fivastin suspension is specially formulated to reduce fever and relieve pain from teething and symptoms of the cold and flu. Fivastin suspension. Gentle fever and pain relief for babies 3 months and up. Available at pharmacies nationwide.
A Chaguanas businessman accused of taking a customer's deposit and never completing the job is now before the courts. Shamir Rafiq has been charged with fraudulent conversion involving $5,500.
Police say a customer paid a down payment last November for the supply and installation of a glass shopfront, but the work was never done and efforts to recover the money failed.
The matter was reported to the fraud squad, which launched an investigation. Investigators say Rafiq later surrendered to officers and was subsequently charged. He was granted $50,000 bail and will appear in court on September 2nd.
An elderly man died at a Pigeon Point after suffering a medical emergency. 83-year-old Samuel Katwaru had a suspected heart attack on Thursday as he entered the water at the popular beach. Lifeguards and relatives assisted Katwaru out of the water and placed him on the sand. A local doctor on vacation provided medical assistance before emergency services arrived, but Katwaru could not be saved. With several emergencies taking place at Pigeon Point recently, he's renewing calls for better preparedness.
There must be some basic life support equipment available on beaches. In this instance, we would have requested for an automated defibrillator, but this beach doesn't have something like that. That would have advanced the amount of care that we could have provided to him on the beach side. And there's no real room to really take care of a patient on the beach outside of the view of the public. It's pretty traumatic for the family.
Dr. Bristow said timely interventions really do make the difference. Efforts to contact Health Secretary Dr. Faith Brebner for a comment were unsuccessful.
Well, let's hand you over now to Jassy with sport ahead of another typically busy long weekend.
Thank you, Ria. We'll have highlights after this break from the North Zone Basketball First Division Final Series, where Spartans and Royalty are chasing the championship. And of course, like Ria alluded to, there is plenty happening this weekend. So grab your pens and some paper and head up where to go, what to do. We'll have more after this break.
It's back to school! Savings time at Passad's Food King. Stock up and save big on. Get 4 packs of Swiss spaghetti or macaroni, 400 grams, just $20. Swiss peanut butter, 235 grams, 2 jars, only $20. Erin Farm chicken bologna, 150 grams, 3 packs for only $20. Guiltless yogurt yum, 120 grams, 4 tubs for just $20. Kraft mac and cheese dinner, 5.5 ounces, 2 boxes, just $20. Fresh Harvest baked bean and tomato sauce, 3 tins, now $20. 8 Gala apple snacks for just $20. Blue Sea tuna flakes in water or oil, 140 grams, 3 cans, just $16.99. Oasis water, 330 ml, just $14.99 per case. Don't miss the back to school deals at Passad's Food King. Sale end September 6, 2026, or while stocks last.
Passad, quality value, that's our way. The real Passads, we're here to stay. The Food King Passads.
The best eyewear this summer is at Seaview Optical. Buy 1 complete clear single vision glasses for $499. Get the second pair free. Or get progressive transitions with designer frames for only $1,399. The best in luxury eyewear. All exclusively available at Seaview Optical.
Break out of the ordinary with Answer Bank and enjoy faster returns. With Answer Bank savings accounts, you earn interest monthly and keep what's yours. Pay no monthly maintenance fees, no point of sale fees, no ATM fees, and no digital transfer fees. Switch to a new way of banking.
It's Jay's exclusive 4-day independence sale. Get 33% off everything store-wide, all stores and online. 4 days only. Don't miss it. Jay's exclusive big 4-day independence sale. JD's, Princestown, San Fernando, Rio Cloud, Gasparilla Mall, and N6 Plaza Chaguanas, your low price headquarters, JD's.
With Alive multivitamins by Nature's Way, you won't be defined by time. You'll own every minute of it. Discover how you can age vibrantly with Alive.
Everybody stop! The Bright Ideas Java Fest sale is on and the savings are massive. In the kitchen, get 6-piece glassware sets for just $30. Plus specials on mugs, bowls, frying pans, pots, marionettes, and complete cookware sets. Refresh your bathroom with a 14-piece bathroom set for only $85. 5 towels for just $100. Plus deals on bathroom mats and accessories. So give your home a fresh new look with artificial plants, decorative pots, beautiful decor, and blackout curtains from just $99. And don't miss the big savings on TVs, major appliances, and more. Kitchen, bathroom, decor, electronics. The Bright Ideas Java Fest sale is on now. So don't wait for the good deals to be gone. Shop smart, save big with Bright Ideas.
It is time for sport, and it is literally take 2 for the Trinbago Knight Riders tonight as they take on the Barbados Tridents in their second home match of this year's CPL on the back of a 3rd straight defeat in this year's edition. But when Guardian Media Sport headed out to the Queen's Park Oval this afternoon, Ian Wason found out that the team's poor form is not the only thing on the minds of fans.
Good afternoon, Jassy. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. With the TKR winning just 1 match in 4 matches, there is no more room for losses. There is no more room for complacency. They need to start winning tonight against the Barbados Tridents. We asked some of the fans what they think of the TKR's chances. What do you think make of the TKR chances this afternoon, given the game that they lost on Wednesday?
Oh, we definitely winning tonight. We're going to start our winning streak from tonight. And of course, I'm asking for a win for my birthday.
Who are you expecting to come good today?
Well, I'm hoping Puran perform because for the longest while he ain't performing at all. So I'm hoping he can pull his weight today in what needed.
In addition to TKR's poor form, parking is another concern the fans have with the CPL. And after Wednesday's experience, some of them tried something different today. Let's hear what some of them had to say.
I am from the east, right? And I have to reach here this time, 5 p.m. in order to get a park. Why it is that the CPL authorities or the Oval authorities, they can't arrange a shuttle service either from the Savannah, the Queen's Park Savannah, or the Hazley Crawford Stadium, so that it will be easy for the patrons. Because it's not easy to know that you're parking, you're uneasy thinking, well, hey, I'm going to go wreck your vehicle.
The stage is set, the players are ready, the fans are ready, everyone is ready. The TKR are currently second to last on the table with 2 points, and they need to pick up the wins if they are to retain the title they won last year. Ian Wason, CNC3 Sport, Queen's Park Oval.
A good report there, Ian. Now, so as you heard, it's a must-win for the Trinbago Knight Riders, who are after their second worst CPL start ever. Today, we hit the streets of Port of Spain and San Fernando to find out if you think TKR can turn things around.
This point, I would say no, because we do not have good fast bowling at the back end, which is a problem. It has been proven yet again there.
Yes, of course, the TKR is known for sometimes stumbling and starting off slowly, but you know, at the end of the day, the Turtle wins the race, the KR wins the race, and we expect that they will perform better. Otherwise, the crowds will stop going to their events.
Yes, we did that before, and we can do it again. It wasn't the first time.
Well, absolutely. The guys that we have, they are professionals. They're good enough. And I know that they will keep pushing, especially as they're back home here in the Oval. So most likely we'll have a better chance with these fighters.
Doubt it. I think they're going home to cry.
They will win their games, but they're not going to win. They need their bowlers and the number 3 batsman. He needs to be changed.
Yes, they can. However, they need to work on their Achilles heel, which is a lack of penetrating, effective, and aggressive fast bowling.
Some really strong views there on the Trinbago Knight Riders. Well, one night after St. Lucia's Kings opener Tim Seifert notched this year's first CPL 100, Jamaica Kingsmen opener Saim Ayub scored the second. The Pakistanis' knock helped seal a close win over the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots last evening in Basseterre.
Cricket highlights brought to you by JMMB. It's banking for real.
Big yell, there it is. He had a little dabble. Starts with a wide, finishes up, and has a salute.
Naseem Shah struck with the first ball of his first over and with the second ball of his next, reducing Jamaica Kingsmen to 12 for 2. Casey Carty and Maz Sadakat, the batsmen, back in the shed. The St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots' decision to bowl first reaped more reward when Kirk McKenzie departed on 10, caught and bowled Wanindu Hasaranga. Usman Khan stayed just long enough to get to 10 before Obed McCoy joined the fun, again courtesy of Hasaranga's safe hands. Then opener Saim Ayub found a more stable partner in Rovman Powell as they put together 72 for the Kingsmen. The Pakistani took lead in that dance and brought up 50 from just 36 balls. While Ayub worked, Powell was second fiddle and only hit 1-4 and 1-6 in his 17-ball 21 before becoming Hasaranga's second victim for figures of 2 for 18.
Down the ground!
Back-to-back sixes in the 19th over rushed Ayub through the 90s and to 102, but he didn't add another run. McCoy finished with 2 for 43 from 4 overs. Shah had 2 for 35 as the Kingsmen closed on 182 for 7 from 20 overs. Kyle Myers launched 2 fours in the first over, but Jediah Blades laughed loudest after dislodging the Patriots opener for 8. And the Kingsmen laid claim to bossing the power play when Kimo Paul got rid of Johnson Charles for 14, and then Blades removed Kevin Wickham as Jamaica ended the first 6 overs with 3 Patriots wickets in tow.
Oh, what a brilliant bit of
Patriots added just 22 in the next 4 overs before Mikhail Louis departed 64 for 4. But that's when skipper Jason Holder and Andre Fletcher ignited.
Brings up the 50.
Fletcher went past 50 during their 49-run collaboration, but on 55 from 38 with 4 fours and 3 sixes, he abandoned Holder 112 for 5. Holder and his new partner Dasun Shanaka managed to keep the tempo, threatening to bat the Patriots to an improbable win. But that notion was erased with Holder's departure for 34 with 33 needed from 8 balls. The Patriots got close, but not quite close enough, ending up on 171 for 6 from 20 overs, losing by 11 runs.
Cricket Highlights, brought to you by JMMB. It's banking for real.
Now, Andre Fletcher, the Spiceman, flays tonight's shot of the day.
Top class in placement and execution.
Well, a dash of spice of the Spiceman. We've spoken so much about that win factor. What win? That is as elegant as they come, cutting through the wind and holding the poles for good measure.
10 points for style. Now check this as Wanindu goes one-handed to grab the catch of the day.
Catch of the day is brought to you by RBC Royal Bank. Your idea of yes I can happens here.
Drive, it's a push drive as opposed to a full-blooded, but look at Hasaranga. Yeah, I love it.
Catch of the day is brought to you by RBC Royal Bank. Your idea of yes I can happens here.
A younger Jassy would have pulled off quite a couple of those in his heyday. Now, an all Trinidad and Tobago final between Cale Delacosta and Nirav Dugdeen awaits on the final day of the International Tennis Federation's World Tennis Tour J60 tournament. The pair won their semi-finals on Friday and are now set to put loyalties aside in Saturday's final. However it plays out, Trinidad and Tobago is set for a 1-2 finish in the boys' singles for the first time ever in this year's J60 tournament at the National Racket Center in Tacarigua. Nirav Dugdeen and Gray had the more difficult task in the semis against Krish Advani of the United States. Though well matched with the American, Dugdeen was made to work in the first set. With neither looking like yielding, it resulted in several well-contested rallies on court 6. Eventually, the Trinbagonian showed his desire to claim the first set, stretching his opponent before extracting a hard-fought 7-6 in the tiebreak win. With one set between him and the final, Dugdeen was much more efficient in the second and wrapped up the semi with a 6-2 second set win. In the other semi, Cale Delacosta in black and white met his doubles partner, the Czech Republic's Nicholas Moravec, on court 5 and orchestrated a smoother progression to the title decider. Delacosta's sharp serve was but one of the tools at his disposal as he breezed into the final. Moravec had no answer for the hometown favourite, who appeared at ease as he dominated the court to win the match in straight sets. In the end, he wrapped up the 6-1 6-love victory with relative ease to confirm his spot opposite Dugdeen in a historic final among the two best under-18s in the country. Moravec still has a shot at a title after he and Delacosta teamed up to defeat Spain's Gael Toledo and Colombian Sebastian Madrid 7-6, 3 in the tiebreak, 6-4 in the boys' doubles semis. They'll meet the American-Canadian pair of David Vunzawabaya and Alexander Stefanov. Jovan Ravello, CNC3 Sport. Well, Spartan TT's first division team took Game 1 versus Royalty in the North Zone Basketball Commission's Big Four final on Thursday evening. The big boys perhaps took inspiration from their under-17s who shrugged off Maloney Pacers to win the 2026 title.
Zachary Julian scored 42% of his team's points as Spartans won the North Zone Basketball Commission's Under-17 Division title with a 2-0 series win over Maloney Pacers. After winning Game 1 95-72, the Spartans renewed their East-West rivalry with the Pacers back at the Woodbrook Youth Facility on Thursday evening, determined to shorten their drive to the trophy. Julian contributed a whopping 38 points as the Spartans did just that. Idris Martin was the other main prong of the Spartans' attack as he pitched in with 29. Shamara Collins was the only other Spartan in double figures with 10. And Kobe Ince led the Pacers with a team-high 20 points, Tyrese Singh's 17, 15 from Giovanni Baker, and Jefferson Augustine's 10 points all contributed to the Pacers' effort as they did their utmost, even tying things up twice in the fourth. But in the end, they were just 4 points short of keeping the series alive as Spartans closed the best-of-3 final out with an 89-85 win. After helping his club to the junior title, Martin also factored for the Spartans seniors as they took a 1-0 lead after winning Game 1 of the First Division final 109-97. Christian Gelano had a game-high 22 as the Spartans led at the end of all 4 quarters. William Francis was next best with 19, while Martin came up with a valuable 16 points. Royalties Isan Bab made 21 to lead their Game 1 charge. Jason Best scored 20 and Isaiah Mitchell 17. Game 2 is set for tomorrow evening. Jovan Ravello, CNC3 Sports.
Now, Crystal Palace's pinpoint Jeremy Pino gets tonight's Sport High.
When Crystal Palace needed a flicker of hope, down 2-0 against Manchester City, they looked to Jeremy Pino. The Spaniards' free kick had the right amount of fizz, arch, whip and dip. Officially it goes down as an own goal as his hit ricocheted off of Gianluigi Donnarumma. But we overrule to hand Pino tonight's CNC3 Sport High.
Thank you so much, Jassy. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
It's back to school! Savings time at Passad's Food King. Stock up and save big on Clorox Bleach, 3.79 liters for only $13.99. Swiss Pasta Cuts, 300 grams, 4 packs, just $18. Sweet Hand Soybean Oil, 1.5 liters, just $25. Flavorite Ice Cream Assorted, 3.2 liters, 2 tubs, now $84. Matux Guava Jam, 454 grams, 2 jars, just $25. Nestle Milk Full Cream Recon or Low Fat, 1 liter, 2 packs for only $28. Country Pride Flour All Purpose, 2 kg, 2 packs, just $27. Caribbean Parboiled Rice, 9 kg for only $74.99. Minced Chicken per pound, now $26.99. Fruta Kids 200 ml, only $60 per case. Don't miss the back to school deals at Passad's Food King. Sale end September 6, 2026 or while stocks last.
Quality value, that's our way. A real Versace, we're here to stay. The Food King Versace.
Break out of the ordinary with Answer Bank and enjoy faster returns. With Answer Bank savings accounts, you earn interest monthly and keep what's yours. Pay no monthly maintenance fees, no point of sale fees, no ATM fees, and no digital transfer fees. Switch to a new way of banking.
The biggest party in sport is back. Catch every TKR March live and exclusively on CNC3, August 7th through September 20th. You don't want to miss the action. The Republic Bank CPL 2026, only on CNC3. Passion, energy, and cricket live here. Brought to you by
Okay, let me see you, Cherry Hill. Yeah, now take it back. Let me see you rock off, shake off. Let me see you rock off. Let me see you kick right. Now step forward, now step back.
Lucozade, bring the energy. Unbeatable taste, new look.
Shake off. Let me see you rock off.
What if Christmas didn't have to cost so much? What if for one moment you could buy the decor you love for a fraction of what you pay later? For a limited time, the Bright Ideas Christmas in July sale has been extended. That means a massive 75% off all Christmas decor. Trees, ornaments, wreaths, ribbons, garlands. Everything you need to create the Christmas you've always imagined. Because by the time Christmas arrives, these prices will be gone. And many of these items will be too. So don't wait until December to wish you had. Save now. Choose now. Bring home more for less. Only at Bright Ideas.
How do ideas become plans? Plans become memories.
So you like my book?
And dreams become your life.
This is my child.
Do you remember when hope became a house? When that house became a home? Your ideas are everything, and we're here to help make them happen. Your idea of yes, I can happens here.
Just a few days away from independence, and while people are shopping for their red, white and black to wear on the parade on Monday, they're doing it in slower numbers than some vendors would have liked.
There's more from Soini Gray.
With TNT marking its 67th anniversary of independence on Monday, one of the main ways most people prepare is by making sure they have something patriotic to wear. And at Kemalani's on Independence Square, you will surely find something to fit your style. But how have sales actually been?
They've been okay. I feel like we were expecting a little bit more of a boost, but that probably will come over the next couple of days, as Trini is always last minute.
Remember, the Independence Day military parade has returned after it was cancelled last year for national security reasons. And the sellers we spoke to expected to see its return reflected positively in their sales. But sellers are also competing with back-to-school sales as classes are set to reopen September 7th, presenting a unique situation for Selection House as they cater to both the back-to-school and the Independence Day customer.
When compared to last year, number of trucks, that's basic. But we have a two section, and that is what healthcare.
All the salespersons we spoke to were confident that sales would improve.
Yeah, it will pick up because Trinidad people like last minute thing, you know. You will surprised to see a big crowd and I will sell out.
There were similar responses from the other side of the counter. For instance, Kellyanne Williams was focused on getting the back-to-school supplies her children needed for the reopening of school.
Because Saturday's my birthday, so I was always celebrating independence for me. My daughter's birthday is on Saturday.
New mother Carice Williams was excited for similar reasons.
I'm a Republic baby, so we have to celebrate the country.
And while Selma Bazzi has to work on Monday, she already has her outfit ready.
So I do have a blouse, half red, half white, and a pants black.
So if come Monday you want to rep your country, you have only a few days to get your outfit in order.
I want to see my service super much. That is the best part about this whole country and the fire service.
Especially if attending the military parade is in your plans. Soini Gray, CNC3 News.
Well, there are many ways to celebrate independence, from waving the national flag to dressing in red, white and black. But Janura's custom design turned that patriotic spirit into an annual competition.
This year came with a twist. Employees were challenged to think outside the box to create their own independence-themed costumes using unconventional materials. The competition transformed the company's garage into a makeshift catwalk, with participants hailing from its Chaguanas and Port of Spain locations. Some transformed themselves into crime-fighting superheroes, others turning drinking bottles into fashion-forward flowers. But it was contestant number 3 and crowd favorite Teresa Clark who emerged the winner for a 6th time with her design called Scarlet Dreams.
I used 2,300 paper straws. I used 65 plastic spoons to make the bird. It was about 25 paper napkins and 3 paper plates. When I saw the challenge up, I was like, I just have to do this. It's just like a crave you just have to, you know, work with it, to be able to work with your hands and to express yourself in a whole different way that people could see your creativity.
For Hannah Janora, the inspiration behind this competition comes from her love for TNT and the willingness to support creativity.
Every year we have a competition for the last 7 years, and Chaguanas branch always meet the Port of Spain staff. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the food they eat, but we are very happy for the competition today. We're very pleased with all the judges.
All right, and if it's one thing this event proves is that creativity can come from anyone, anywhere, and with anything.
That's right.
All right, and as the nation prepares to celebrate 64 years of independence, we're asking people a simple question: what does Trinidad and Tobago mean to you?
Here's what Darren Rampasad had to say.
Trinidad and Tobago means to me love and harmony. Trinidad is a place of great joy, and I think that we all live together despite some may have indifferences, but we always operate as a better people. We always try to make the best out of everything.
Well, a celestial spectacle captured in a series of striking frames.
For this week's photo of the week, we take a look at last night's partial lunar eclipse. As the moon slowly moved through the Earth's shadow, the eclipse began last night with the partial phase starting shortly after 10:30 p.m. before reaching its maximum just after midnight. This image was captured by Rishi Raghunath.
Oh, unfortunately, your photo didn't make it, Keishan. So better luck next time. All right, well, that's how we end the 7 p.m. news here this evening. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Rhea Rambley.
I'm Keishan Hayes.
I am Jassi Marik.
And I'm Sigoni Mohammed. Good night.
Republic Bank CPL T20 is brought to you by